Wow, man, something that I dreamed of, and now getting the opportunity to be inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame is like a dream come true. You know, I had so many great fights here. I won 2 world championships here, defended my title multiple times. So it's just great, you know, being able to, you know, be inducted to the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I thank everybody that supported me, getting me in there. You know, Rich Murata and the crew.
I've seen, you know, great camaraderie, the friendship
Oh, it's
between
amazing!
the
It's
champions.
amazing. You got to remember, man, that you know, Las Vegas is fight capital of the world. So anytime you fought in Las Vegas, not only fought it, but you defended your world championship, even won championships.
Yeah.
The fans remember that, and it brings a lot of you know, good times. I had a lot of great memories, and it's a great.
Oh
thing.
yeah, I mean, and now that you're all meeting here, it's like a party.
It's like a big party, you know. You see a lot of the guys you fought, you like Iran Barkley, James, Tony, and you know, a few other guys, Murky Sosa. So it's kind of, you know, different. We meet now on a different level, but once upon a time we fought in this great state, but now we're coming back as just a family and a team, and it's fun. Then getting the opportunity to see the fans, and without the fans wouldn't be us. So it's just great up, Pepe. And a good chance to see all my friends.
Yeah, of course.
You know, yeah.
I know that in the boxing years, things are different, of course. But you know, you still have friends. You still,
Well, no doubt about it. You know, I mean, we know boxing is different from the past 20, 25 years, but, you know, it's still boxing. And, you know, it's always just good to see people that you've either fought or just people you ain't seen in a long time. It's been a long time since I've seen a lot of these great people, and it's like brought back a lot of great memories. And it's always good to see people, man, because you're here today and going tomorrow, and then with all the chaos we've been having, you know, throughout the world with the corona and stuff, and, you know, people not really wanting to travel, and then you get an opportunity to see these people. It's just phenomenal. It's great.
Yeah. Did you ever have to fight a friend?
Many times, man. You know, you do, but you just got to just set that to the side. It's kind of weird, you know. Me and Donald Curry, we were good friends, and I was a middleweight champion, and he had won the welterweight championship, then he won the junior middleweight championship, and then he wanted to become a 3-time world champion, which is a beautiful thing. But anytime a fighter can win 1 world championship is crowning achievement, and if you can win 2 or 3 or more, that's even better. So when he moved up and fought me, we were good friends, but he hit me so hard, I think like in the 7th round, we got to forget we're friends, we got to fight. But, you know, I fought a lot of my friends, but, you know, you just got to put that to the side, and then it's just, we're going to fight for however long the fight lasts, whether it goes 10 rounds, 12 rounds, or 2 rounds. You know, we go back to being friends afterwards, but it was just, it was a business we was in. Like, we don't hate each other, we don't dislike one another, just that it's our profession, and we're just trying to, you know, reach the pinnacle of being a world champion, and sometimes you got to go through your friends. But at the end of the fight, you know, you can be friends, you know, have something to drink, eat a nice meal, and talk about it, you know. Yeah, you don't hold no grudges, because it's great with me seeing guys like James, Tony, Iran Barkley, Murky Sosa. You know, once upon a time we was ops, but we're not ops now, because that was 25, 30 years ago. So I mean, hey, whatever happened in the past be the past, because at the end of the day, we're all men, we're all champions, we're all fighters, and we're all adults, and we're all civilized individuals, and it was just business, not personal.
Yeah, and here in the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, there's always an amateur show.
And it's beautiful, man.
What do you think about?
Man, I love it, because what it does, it gives the kids a platform, you know what I'm saying? Because like once upon a time, where they're starting at, we were there once upon a time, so now we elevate ourselves to get to the Hall of Fame. So, you know, it's great. I mean, because you had to start somewhere. So I want to always be an inspiration to the kids. I was just at the Green Belt Championships in Los Angeles a couple of months ago, and it was great just being there with the kids, passing out the awards, and just resonating on when I was an amateur boxer, and how guys like Ali and Sugar Ray used to come to my fight, Hitman Hearns and them guys, you know, watching us as amateurs, and you know, you always want to go out and you want to win, but unfortunately it's not about winning, it's going out there and fighting the best you can do, and you're learning and getting the opportunity, because, you know, you work hard, good things happen. But yeah, it's great. I love seeing amateur boxers, and I like to see the amateur boxing program get strong again, because in our area it was super strong, you know what I'm saying? You know, I fought in one of I was alternate on the 84 Olympic boxing team. I mean, you had so many world champions, and Olympic gold medalists, Mark Breland, Pernell Whitaker, Henry Tillman, Tyrell Biggs. I mean, you had just many guys, man. I mean, Melody Taylor, you know, and Paul Gonzalez. You had one of the greatest Olympic teams ever, and I want to see amateur boxing rise back to that level, because without amateur boxing, it wouldn't be no us. And all the guys' names I named, it started off with that platform as amateur boxing. And then we grew to become world champions. So it's always nice to come back and support these kids and give them all the energy and the positive reinforcement that they need to not just be the best they can be, but just, the support and love, man. And I like not only seeing the young boys or young men fight, I like seeing the young ladies fight. And it's always great seeing them, and I talk to all of them like, they're fighters too. And I mean, I give them encouragement because I'm not about just boys boxing, because you got some good young girl fighters. And I just want to see them, participate, train hard, fight hard, and be the best they can be.
Yeah, and amateurs fight for different reasons, right?
Well, they do, you know what I'm saying? It's not like they're fighting to become they're fighting to become world champions later on down the line. They're just fighting, to show that they're the best or whatever at that particular time, especially when you're competing with different guys from different states who don't want to win. Everybody wants to win, but, amateur boxing was all got started at. And I mean, as a young amateur, man, I mean, it was always great, you know what I'm saying? Because you get opportunity to travel, go to different cities and sometimes different countries, but it's a learning experience and it's just great.
Yeah, because in professional, when it becomes a way of living,
well, it's a business now, and the landscape kind of changes. You know what I'm saying? And the amateur boxing is way different, but I mean, the professional is a whole different ring. Because now you're doing something for a living. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feed your family, your kids, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, and things of that nature. So it changed because it's now more business than fun.
Yeah. For after you step out of the ring, that hunger of being back in there, how many years does that last? Or do you just finish your career?
Anytime you be a champion, sometimes you just gotta let things go, but there's nothing wrong with always having the mindset of being a champion. But I no longer fight for a living no more. So I mean, it's something you gotta let go because as you get older, you look back and you just share the experience with the younger kids. You know what I'm saying? Because once a fighter, always a fighter. You know what I'm saying? And anytime you've been a champion in multiple divisions or whatever, you're always gonna have that mindset of a champion. But what you try to do is like share with somebody else. The young kid is coming up, you see them, and you give them the right guidance, the right tutelage and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And it just makes me feel good to be able to come around these young fighters and see them, and just to see the hunger and the dedication and wanting to be there. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing greater than that. Because I tell all young fighters, get in the best of shape because like you get in the ring, you can get hurt if you're not mentally, physically, spiritually prepared. You got it's a fight, so you don't never want to get in the ring out of shape. No matter how good you are, no matter how much talent you got, you want to just train hard and be in good physical and mental and spiritual shape and go out there and be able to be the best you can be.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm all for, kids just training hard and being the best they can be by listening to their coaches and their trainers and things and just, being the best you can be. And there's nothing wrong with losing because that's a part of life, but what you do is you learn from the mistake and you work a little bit harder, you know what I'm saying? Because that's all it takes because she'll be somebody lost somewhere, but it just makes you grow and makes you become better, you know what I'm saying? Don't just, get beaten, just lay down and quit, you know what I'm saying? It's a battle, you know what I'm saying? Suck it up and when the sun comes up the next day, get out there and run a little harder. When the gym opens, just go to the gym and train a little harder, you know what I'm saying? And good things come when you work hard.
Yeah, because even though you're not fighting anymore, you're still in boxing.
Well, boxing is going to be forever instilled in Michael Nunn due to the fact that once upon a time I made my living doing that, but now that I'm older, I can just go back and share my experiences and things of that nature with the younger fighters that are coming up, and I think that's a great joy. And then it's always great seeing the fans. They want to they want you to sign autographs, take pictures, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's always fun, man. It's forever in me.
Yeah, because information and education are very important.
It's very important, man.
Sharing.
I'm sharing this knowledge and information and this tutelage with these young fighters and these fans and stuff, and it makes me feel good to be able to do that.
Yeah,
and I'm honored.
Yeah, and what do you miss about being in the ring fighting?
It ain't so much what I miss about being in the ring. It's just that, that admiration is always great. You come out, people see you, and they like yelling and screaming. But I mean, I had my time, and I'm thankful, and it's good to still be recognized. I don't really too much miss it, I mean, because I've done it, I had my time. It's time for me to just take it to another level.
Yeah.
But like I say, boxing's been good to me, and I've been good to boxing. But like I say, I don't miss having to, really get up and go train and go fight because, it's a lot of mental preparation. It's, people, they see the end of it. They don't see what you have to go through to be able to, go 12 rounds and fight. I mean, it's a fight. When you fight 12 rounds, like you prepare that guy, he's trained too. He wants to beat you. He wants to be able to say, I'm the world champion, whatever. So, boxing is rough. And I mean, hey, it's great, but I don't miss too much of it. I mean, as far as, getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, go train and stuff, I'm holding down, man. I kick back and relax. I'd rather watch the young guys do it. I have my time,
Yeah. And because you have been good to boxing, tonight
Yeah.
you're being inducted.
Well,
in the
and
Hall
you know
of Fame.
that's the crowning achievement right there, Pepe. Is getting inducted to the Boxing Hall of Fame for all his hard work, and it's truly worth it, man. Because they just don't put you in the Hall of Fame. You had to like earn your rights, and I think I've earned my rights. And Las Vegas has always been good to me. I had my first professional fight here back in 1984, and then I won 2 world championships here. So the great state of Las Vegas has been good to me, and I'm greatly honored to be part of their Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, and I'll get my flowers given to me tonight, so I'm looking forward to it.